The next task was to enroll and enumerate over 30 million Americans by January 1st, 1937. The board was ill-equipped to handle this mammoth task. How did they do it? The answer was quite literally in the mail. In the fall of 1936, with 3 months until payroll taxes commenced, the board enlisted the help of the United States Postal Service. The USPS distributed and collected the SS4 employer and SS5 employee enrollment forms. They even set up enrollment kiosks in certain post offices throughout the country. Once the forms were completed, the USPS forwarded the forms to the SSB's newly designated operational headquarters at the Candler Building in Baltimore. Wait, the Candler Building? In Baltimore? Yes. The Social Security program had its administrative headquarters in Washington, D.C. But it needed an operations headquarters to process and store all of the data they would be receiving. There was only one problem. No such building that could handle all that weight existed in Washington, D.C. So the agency scoured the East Coast and found the Candler Building in Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Built in 1912 by and for the Coca-Cola Company as a bottling warehouse, it was named after Coca-Cola founder Asa Candler. The warehouse sat vacant for years, but new businesses were moving in, and Social Security was able to rent several floors for its operations. Social Security's stay at Candler was meant to be temporary, while a new building was being constructed in Washington, D.C. Now that a building had been selected, the next step was processing all of the employee wages and enumerating the nation. Everything was done by hand and typed out or written down. IBM machines, the most modern systems available, processed punch cards to tabulate, calculate, and sort the nation's wage data. Storing the data was a completely different challenge. To accurately record each individual wage earner's record, the agency used the Social Security number. The 9-digit number was unique to each person and never reused to reduce the chance of misidentification. The number was a vital component to the visible index. With it, the agency could quickly look up anyone within 2 minutes inside the massive visible index. The visible index, also known as the National Employee Index Flexalign file, was one half of the expansive record-keeping system used by Social Security from 1937 to 1958. Listed in alphabetical order, it served as the index to the earnings records of all Social Security beneficiaries. By 1958, there were 160 million Flexalign strips in existence, with 7 million new strips added each year. All of the strips were filed by hand, and some exceptionally fast employees could file as many as 300 strips an hour. The other half of the system was the 13,000-volume numerical register. The register was a list of every Social Security number issued since 1936, arranged in numerical order.